When you create a product, you can choose to add as little or as much information about that product as you like, both for your clients and also for yourself. My advice to you is to be as exhaustive as possible. The more information you put in, the more information people will find, and the easier it will be for you to manage your product down the road. For example, you can override default tax and shipping settings and make custom settings for each product. And you can also group multiple products if you like. Let's take a closer look at what is possible here. In the previous movie, we created a new product, but so far we don't really have a lot of information about this product on our page. Now it's time to go in and look closer at the product settings. When I'm in my product, I can go and edit it simply by clicking Edit Product here on the WordPress toolbar. You can also go to the admin panel and then select Products and navigate to the product from there. Let's take a closer look at the product data section for our product. As you can see, we have a lot of settings here that we can work with to add additional information to our product. The default setting is Simple Product, meaning it's a standard product with standard information. You can change this to a grouped product if you want. A grouped product is when you have one main product and then you have a bunch of other products that are associated with that product. So when you click on the grouped product on the page, you'll see all the products that are closely associated with it. It's a bit of a weird feature, I have to admit, so you need to experiment with that and see how it works. You can also set up an external or affiliate product. In that case, you would display the product on your site, but the actual purchase option would be somewhere else. So you would enter a link to the affiliate page, and then the customer would jump to that page to make the purchase, and you would get a share of the profits. And finally, you can set up a variable product. We're going to cover the variable product option later in the course, so for now, let's just leave it at Simple Product. You can also choose to set this as a virtual product and a downloadable product, and we'll also cover this later. But if you are selling a service, for example, you would set virtual, and then you get rid of all the shipping options. We've already looked at some of the general settings. Here you have the SKU number, where you can track each product individually. You can set a regular price, and you can also set a sale price, let's say $14.95. And then you can schedule the sale price to only be for a specific time period, let's say Wednesday to Friday. And then the sale price will appear only within this time period. You can set the tax status either to taxable, to shipping tax only, or to none. And if you select taxable, you can also pick this tax class. And you'll remember we set tax classes in the tax settings. Well, here those tax classes apply. So here you can set to a standard rate, the reduced rate, the zero rate, or the custom tax class I created called PST exempt. The next tab is the inventory tab. Here you choose if you want to manage stock for this particular product. If this is a physical product, or if you want to control the stock of a product, say it's a service, you can check the box and this will enable you to enter the current stock quantity. Let's say I have 12 of this product. Now, as customers purchase a product, the stock quantity will go down and eventually I'll be notified that I am low on stock or out of stock. Managing stock and entering a stock quantity will also ensure that you don't have a situation where multiple people log into your site at the same time and all add the product to their cart and then you end up overselling the product. This option gives you detailed control of stock management for each individual product. You can also choose to set the stock status manually, either in stock or out of stock. So even if you currently have stock, you can set it to out of stock if you want to. And you can allow back orders, either do not allow, you can allow it but notify the customer that this is in fact a back order, or just check allow. Finally, you have this sold individually checkbox. This allows you to restrict the sale of a product to only one product per order. That way, if you have a product that's in short supply and you're afraid that someone will simply buy out all your product, you can check this. And that way, people can only buy one product at a time and you can restrict their orders that way. The next tab is for shipping. Here you can set the weight of the product. I have this in my text file. So I'll see the weight here is 4 pounds, really heavy jug. And I can also set the dimensions. So here the shipping dimensions are 13 by 5 by 1, I'm going to guess. So I'll say it's 13 by 5 by 1. This information will now display on the product page. And it'll also kick in if you're using a shipping calculator from UPS or FedEx or some other shipping service to ensure that the package that it's being shipped in fact the right size. And here you can also assign a shipping class. Now you'll remember we set up 3 shipping classes earlier. I set up small items, textiles, and furniture. And here I can apply those shipping classes. So in this case, it's a small item. And that way, the small item shipping cost will be applied for flat rate shipping and international shipping. Under linked products, we can link individual products that are already in our archive to our current product. That way, we can either set upsells. This would be products that are suggested in addition to the current product you have. That would be a product that's a similar type of product, but a more expensive one. Or it would be recommended additions that you should buy to the product. Let's say you are selling glasses and you want to also sell cases for the glasses. You could add that as an upsell. You can also set up cross-sells. Cross-sells appear in the shopping cart. So when the customer lands on the shopping cart, it'll say, hey, I saw you were buying glasses. May I suggest you also buy cases for your glasses? And here you can actually go in and select specific products from your list. So as you start typing the name of a product, it'll appear here and then you can select all the products. We'll look at this later on in the course. This is also where you would group this product in with a product group. So if you originally set a grouped product, then you can associate the current product with that product group. The final 2 tabs are attributes and advanced. We'll cover attributes later when we talk about variable products. Under advanced, you can set a custom purchase note to the customer after the purchase. So if there's some specific thing the customer needs to know about the product they just purchased, you can enter that information here. You can also set the menu order for the product. Now, if you remember back to when we talked about the catalog settings, here, I'll show you. If we go to WooCommerce and settings, and I'll open this in a separate tab, and we go to catalog, you'll see by default, the product sorting is set to default sorting custom ordering plus name, meaning in the catalog pages, you see all the products in alphabetical order, but if you have custom ordering, whatever item is set to display at the front will display at the front. And that's what this is. So if you set the menu order of an item to 1, for example, and there are no other items that are set to menu order 1, that product will appear higher in the hierarchy than the other products. This, of course, requires some management, so you have to experiment with it and see how it works. By using the product data section right, you can enter lots of extra information about your product, and you can really customize the behavior of each individual product. Just remember, when you make changes to these settings, you always have to update your product post. Otherwise, all your changes will disappear.